Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. Thank you so much for coming by today. I'm so excited to share with you. I have finished my major project and it's one of the boldest design decisions that I have ever made. And the project I have finished is I installed this gorgeous wallpaper mural in my family room. So I'm sitting now in front of my beautiful new mural, and I'd love to share with you sort of the idea behind why I wanted to try this mural and some of my design decisions, the process, you know, how easy was it? So I always wonder that myself when I see people do wallpaper, like, be honest, how hard is it? So I want to talk with you guys about all of that, so let's dive in. I will fully admit I was so nervous to do this because I had never applied wallpaper, especially on this scale, but also just knowing the impact that this would have on the room, you know, it's such a commitment. So I partnered with Ever Wallpaper. They're a company based out of the UK for this video, so I want to say a thank you to them. I will have the mural that I chose as well as their website and other social media linked down below, so I do hope you guys will go check them out. They had so many dreamy choices. I had the hardest time deciding on what I wanted to do. They have gorgeous flowers in all sorts of scales, landscapes, watercolor designs. Their scale with wallpaper is what really moved me. I feel like you could do a lot with what they have to offer. The mural I chose had a very vintage chinoiserie feel that I was very drawn to. The before in this room was not bad at all. I had sort of made this room set up to be a library, family room space. We have our piano in here. We have this big kind of oversized slouchy comfy couch that we bought when we moved here. I have this gorgeous piece that I just love this color. I got this at Costco when we moved in here. And we also have our TV, which is a huge TV. And before was like this big black hole on the wall. We love watching really beautiful movies together. It's kind of something that we just love as a family. So I've never been one to say I'll never have a TV in my house or one of those people that covers up the TV. I think it's just okay that you have a TV, but how do you make it feel like it's part of the home and not like this big black hole? And I had been thinking through how to pull that off. I'd been looking at different wallpaper sources, thinking maybe an accent wall would be a good idea. Whenever Wallpaper reached out to me and I found the gorgeous mural that you see behind me, I knew, okay, this is what's going to do it. This is what's going to bring that dark, cozy feel. And it absolutely did. I chose the bird habitats wallpaper mural, and I was immediately drawn to the deep, rich blue color, but also how the way they print it and design it, it looks very textured and old, like you would walk into a chateau or an old English home and see this. It has that sort of vintage look that I love. All the things that I'm really working towards and enjoying in my home, things like color and richness and history and story and sort of a whimsy are things that I'm really going for right now and enjoying diving into in my home. I felt like this wallpaper had all of that. I also liked this particular mural because I knew some of it was going to be kind of tucked behind my furniture and my TV. I didn't want to cover up something that would make you miss out on the whole of the wallpaper. It had a repetitive look without being completely repetitive, so it's interesting to the eye, but I could also have my TV in this space and have you not be missing out on something. Like, I absolutely love their landscape murals, but I knew if I had the TV in front of that, it would actually be covering up some of that beautiful image. And although some of the image is covered up, you still get the feel and the story of the mural without missing out on anything visually. So that's why I chose this particular mural, and once I chose it, I had to measure my wall, and Ever Wallpaper actually takes your measurement and fits the mural design to the parameters of your wall. So you wouldn't have to do a wall the same size as this. You could do a small space. Some people use them in little powder rooms. Some people use them on even bigger walls than what I've done. It's really truly up to you. They can make it work for your space, and I love that. It's so neat what they can do now with design. I went ahead and used a level to check to make sure my wall was level, and I found out that it's not. So if you're in that position like I am, you can do things to, make it look more level, to trick the eye, or you can be like me and just choose a design where the top, if you need to kind of cut it a little bit, it won't mess with the design. So that was something I kept in mind. If you have a really geometric design and maybe a wall that's not as level, it might be more obvious to the eye. So that was another reason why I went with something more natural and organic feeling. Once I had sent them my dimensions and they had taken the image and fit it to my wall dimensions, they sent me a little proof to look at and make sure, okay, yes, this looks good, this is what I want. And once I okayed that, they print it on individual panels. And you get the mural in a tube. Each panel is clearly labeled, which was super helpful. But this company does do worldwide shipping. So all my friends that are here from different countries, you could also have the roll shipped to you. I laid out everything just to make sure everything was lined up well and had printed correctly and everything looked great. And I went ahead and gave my wall a good prep. I wanted to make sure the wall was clean, and there was a lot of holes from the previous owner. I'm guessing she liked to hang a lot of things on the wall. So I filled in a lot of those holes just to make sure there was surface area for the wallpaper to cling to. And I just gave it a really good clean. You can use a rubbing alcohol and water mixture to make sure you're getting everything off. I do have a slight texture to my walls, and that's pretty common, I think, in a lot of homes. One of the challenges that I then faced was that I would get some bubbles every now and then, just because the texture can do that. I will share with you what I did to kind of help the bubble situation, because it can happen. I did this myself. I did have some help every now and then from my husband, but I did the majority of it myself, just me. I learned that if I just went really slowly and carefully removed the backing little by little and then smoothed from the middle out as I went, that would really eliminate a lot of those little pockets of air and keep it really smooth and straight. So I went very slowly pulling the back off. I take my smoothing tool and just move from the middle out on both sides really slowly, and then gently pull, and then do a little bit more all the way down. And that worked really well. If you go from the bottom up, the wallpaper will just kind of flop down on you, and you don't want that. So starting from the top down and going from left to right really helps. The peel and stick definitely made me feel more confident that if I was wrong, I could always take it off. I do think that there is benefit to that, but if you want to go with the paste option, you definitely can. I just preferred, for my own comfort, to have the peel and stick. So another tool I found really helpful was having a really nice blade. I just picked this one up at my local hardware store. They're available any hardware store online. This gave me the ability to do any trimming. I mentioned that I have an unlevel wall at the top. I gave myself a little bit of space, so when I cut, I could even it out visually for the eye. And I trimmed off the top using that little blade, and it was very, very easy to do. Again, slow is key. My ceiling goes like this against the wall, so I made sure to kind of angle my blade like that as I was going against the ceiling to get a nice crisp line. So this blade also came in handy when dealing with the bubbles. I found a very easy to use tube of wallpaper paste that works for peel and stick as well as traditional wallpaper, and I liked that it had this little narrow tip that I could use to kind of get into those little spots that needed some help. I just took my blade, I made just the tiniest little slit, put the tip of the wallpaper paste product in there, gave it a little squeeze, got some of the goo in there, and then spread it out with my tool, and that helped immensely. I feel like it's not going to ever be super perfect because I did it myself, but I'm also really proud that I did this myself. I was able to problem solve when there was an imperfection due to my imperfect wall with this product. So I'm going to link to that product down below too. This product does wipe off with water, which is really great. Design-wise, the impact in the room is incredible. I feel like this room is so me. I've shared that our very first apartment I decorated in a complete Asian modern style. I feel like I've come full circle as a person, embracing the fact that I love this style with the organic bamboo shapes and the birds and the colors. It moves me. I love that this has this Asian chinoiserie look, but also has a very old vintage vibe and has the colors, the rich colors that I love in English country design. So I love that the rich color sort of swallows up the black hole of the TV. It's not such a high contrast from the simple beige color that was there before from the previous owner. It definitely creates more of a darker surround for the TV. I have these great high ceilings, and I'm all for high ceilings, but you do kind of long for a cozied up feel sometimes when you have really high peaked ceilings. I love that this cozies up those high ceilings and brings in that cozy feel that I really was longing for in this family room. It's sort of highlighting the grandeur of my big arch window because I have this grand mural and this grand source of light, and it just marries so well. And I love that. And the books with the mural behind them, it just looks so pretty to me. I love it. I was inspired by the blues and greens in this mural to add a little bit more blue and green to the top of my other bookcase. And I pulled in a piece that I found at a yard sale last year, the vintage image of the world there with the golden frame. It just looks so beautiful near that lovely mural. So moving forward in this room, I know now what I want to do. I want to continue the paint color that I added in the space outside of this room, the dining room, kitchen, sitting room areas. I want to pull that same color on the rest of the walls in here. That minty color is actually in the bamboo and the rocks of this mural, and I think it'll just highlight it and work so well, and I'm happy that I can continue that color and have a direction for the paint in here. There is quite a bit of damage on the walls in this room from the previous owner. She had a lot of things on the wall. I've gone through and started prepping the wall to paint, and I probably will tackle the painting over spring break. We'll see. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, do something fun with the family or paint. But I know at some point this year, that's the direction I'm gonna take with painting. A big thank you to Ever Wallpaper for sending me this mural. I'm so humbled that companies like this want to work with me. It's truly been a blessing, and I'm so grateful the mural has changed my home in all the right ways. So I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful to share them with all of my friends here on YouTube. I do hope you will go check them out. Even just browse on their website. It's a beautiful website. It's so inspiring, the murals and the decor that they have on their website. You could spend so much time just looking at the options there. So I do hope you will go check them out. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the boldest decor decision that I have ever made in my home. I really feel like I'm starting to come out of my shell as far as deciding what I like and being okay with what I like no matter what other people think. But I do hope that you enjoy it, and if not, that you just enjoy that I found something that I enjoy. And that's one of the blessings of being here on YouTube. So thank you for being here. Thank you for staying to the end. It does help so much. And if you haven't, please subscribe. I'd love to have you here at the Sweet and Simple Home. You can always hit the notification bell if you'd like to receive notifications when I post videos. And thank you so much. Again, you guys take care, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!